All right, continuing on today with this thing here. I think I put it in the comment or the description for the last first part there. I found out how you can spawn the player like object. I don't know why I'm calling it an object. It's the player, but you know what I mean. If you, because remember, I forgot you could right click and left click to select stuff. So if you have one selected, so like ice selected, which normally the player can't get by touching, he'll spawn with it. And as you can see, it actually has a little bit of get out of here, mouse. It has a little bit something unique here. I mean, it's functionally still ice, but like it's a little bit more. It starts out like snow almost, and then it becomes a nice little like sculptures, igloos that I wanted to build. I don't remember ice being like that. I think that might be unique to. I think that might be unique. Or yeah. Oh, I get it. Okay. See, that's I just literally I've never seen that before in my life. So yeah, there you go. Perfect. That's what's kind of appealing about this game. You just figure out stuff just by playing around. So we left off with oil. We didn't do oil. So we'll just. I think you can kind of understand this is like crude oil, stuff like that. This is not like cooking oil or canola oil, which is the same thing as cooking oil technically. So never mind. I'll go eat my ass. But yeah, as you can imagine, oil is a little bit different than water, and I think it might be a little bit lighter too, spraying it because I don't remember like spewing with such violence. But yeah, anyway, as you can imagine, it has the obvious property that if you light it on fire, it starts slowly burning. And that's not, yeah, he didn't like that too much. I don't know if it's like, it's thicker. Let me see if it's like if I try to put water in here. Yeah, yeah, there you go. It doesn't really mix well. It kind of sinks to the bottom. You can do stupid bullshit like that. As you'd expect, obviously, I don't really think there's really anything different. I'd like to see what happens with ice on it, honestly. Probably just freezes. No, no, it does the absolute fuck all. Okay. Basically, it's what you'd expect. Now, C4, it was a lot of people's favorites. I remember when we would be playing this in the computer lab in junior high. There'd be lots of C4 involved, and it is kind of what you'd expect. And I should mention, just I'll do this real quick. If it's something that can't really be like clone here, if you spawn a player, they are of that element, but they can't do anything with it because it wouldn't work. And I think that is the same. I'll just spawn a little buddy for him. That is the same with C4. There is no built-in thing for the player character to be able to do. Yeah, so just light that sucker on fire. Now, sometimes it's instantaneous like that, as you can see, and it is very violent. But I swear, sometimes if you do it just right, like if you do it at the tail end, yeah, it's more like that, where it actually takes some time. I don't know if it depends on like the length of it or not. Like if I were to do like a spiral, I'll just start from here. Yeah, there you go. See, now it acts like kind of like it's like one of those like cartoon dynamite sticks, like where you light the end and it takes a while to go. I'll kill a fighter. I don't know if the actual explosion. Like a lot of times explosions don't actually kill anything. Like I know they can. I've seen it happen. I swear. But a lot of times it just doesn't do anything. Like it's the wind takes over. Um. So yeah. Anyway, that was C4. I don't really think it has. I don't remember it having any real reaction with anything else. If it's hot, then it's going to set it on fire. So that moves us into. I'm gonna just do a little. I like doing little diagrams. We'll do stone next. And stone is what you'd expect. It's stone, and it falls faster than like powder. I think there is gravity to things. Like things have different fall speeds. Obviously, stone goes a lot faster because it's a lot heavier. And obviously, in water, get a little basing. I really gotta stop doing it this way. But I just like to. I forgot I could speed it up. We can speed it up a little bit. I say get some water going, and yeah, obviously stone is going to sink just right in, and it's going to displace it too. Like this game has a lot of like realism in the sense of how things might react with each other, but obviously the actual physics of things are a lot more basic. Let's just put it that way. Um, Stone, as far as I'm aware, is not affected by fire whatsoever. I mean, it's affected by the wind a little bit, but I would imagine it's a little bit heavier. Seed does absolutely nothing with it. You can't like plant stuff on it. Ice would have no effect on it. Ice really doesn't. Besides being more slippery, it doesn't really have a whole lot. But that'll lead us into the next one because I think obviously Danbell here was like planning magma ahead of time. So stone is heavy, and obviously red hot magma is a little bit different. It's melted stone, and it will react in a lot of unique ways. Let's just say that. So if you drop some powder in it, obviously powder doesn't like that too much. The thing about doing it this way is that as you can see, it causes immediate like wind, so you can't really drop stuff in the same way. Like if you'd want to like continuously barbecue stuff, it just doesn't quite work. But it mostly works. I'm just gonna, we'll do a little bit. We'll do like this. Obviously, water. It's actually more powerful. Like this is kind of how it'd work in real life. If when like lava flows into like the ocean and stuff like that, it creates stone, as you can see here. That's how islands are made. I would have thought it would have been a little bit more in the magma side of things, but hey, what do I know? So you can go the other way too. So yeah, just one slowly defeats the other, and then eventually you got nothing. Um, Seed. Well, I don't need to say seed doesn't like it. Gunpowder is a little bit more fun. You can just have continuously fucking explosions if you just do it that way. And then, yeah, that's just horrible. I would be fucking terrified to be in this situation. So I'm gonna put the fighter here. It goes without saying, the fighter can have it too. But obviously he's got to be a little bit careful. I guess, like, because then he just cooks his asshole like that. And that's never a good thing. Uh, Obviously ice. There's no like convection or anything like that. But obviously ice doesn't like magma too much if you can't tell. Fireworks. Yeah, just have continuous. You could do that, and then it could the little particles can get cooked later. So it's like it's renewing. It's like propagating. It's great. And then obviously oil is a little bit interesting. Obviously, you don't want to put too much fucking. You could do C4, but the problem. Sometimes like some of the weird things that happen are interesting. You could do some stupid things with the C4, just doing it like that if you're really bored. Kind of like it. Whoa! Whoa! Yes, it's a little bit nuts. Obviously, now we got the stone, and the stone melts and becomes more magma. And then it overflows, and we all die. Yes. So that's pretty interesting. Obviously, it goes the other way too. If I had a bunch of like stone here, just drop some magma on that, it's slowly going to kind of corrode it, and then just become of it, and then just eats it and melts, and there you go. You got more fucking lava now. Now, I'm going to keep this for a second because virus is an interesting one. I mean, I guess I could kind of show it with anything, but I want to kind of just show it with this guy. So virus by itself, I'm just going to drop off here, doesn't really do anything as far as I know. Like it's just kind of a different powder and stuff like that. Like you can't really set it too much on fire. It's just kind of its own thing. But you'll notice if you drop things on it, Steve is going to have a panic attack at something, probably walk across the street. Don't mind her. The real utility of virus is if you drop it on, like, say, lava, you get this kind of unique reaction here. It, like, becomes it for a bit. And, like, literally, legitimately becomes, like, all that turned into the virus, whatever it is. And then it turns back. So that would mean, if you have a little bit of that going, you can actually walk around in the lava. If you're careful, you can get to the other side, but obviously I didn't time it, and now you're fucking dead. So there you go. I don't know if it has any other connotations than that. It probably does, but I've just never figured it out. It's pretty cool. Now, nitro was another favorite among the little kiddies in the fucking school there, because if you know anything about, like, nitro from, like, the Crash games, or just, I don't know why that was the example I used. Nitro is a little bit, like, flammable, and this thing goes up fast, even on speed 1. Yeah, just boom. I think, like, the most volatile thing in the game. And as you can see, it just goes. It just does not fucking stop. Like, even if I were to put, like, the player over here, and put some nitro over here, and then light that bastard. Yeah, eventually the wind's just going to come, and yeah, just complete carnage. Fucking terrifying. I don't really think it freezes, though. You would think it would be a little bit more, like... Oh, yes, I forgot about that entirely. I should be testing. Most of these are the same. I forgot. I actually did remember that from, like, years ago. becomes like a little fucking. He starts shitting nitro, and he can kill himself. That's what I mean. Some explosions can kill, like if they're actually contacting it. But the problem is, explosions in the simulator here, they produce wind. So you'd actually have to be right at the point of contact. So it doesn't always work out. Again, I don't think nitro really reacts differently with anything else. Obviously, kind of water just it goes immediately on top of it, so it's even like more extreme than oil. So that would mean if I dropped a bunch of water on this, and then dropped a bunch of nitro, nitro is just gonna it's gonna slowly sink, but then you can do this, and then you get wacky shit like that going on. I don't think it freezes though. Let's try clone. I just want to remember everything. I don't want to forget literally everything I did. I don't think it has any sort of reaction. You'd think these could freeze like other liquids, but then again, I don't know how that would how it would work in real life, like the freezing point, the point of freezing, like the temperature. So, who knows? Obviously, you can have some real fun too if you're to combine stuff. Yeah, see, that's when this game gets its appeal from because you can just do. There's just so many little weird combinations you can do, and that's why people are still uploading creations. Now, this is the point I didn't test yesterday, but I remember Ant is alive, kind of. They're literally ants. I don't think they're dangerous. But yeah, they move around. So if you were to clone, and then you drop some there. And yeah, you just have a bunch of little moving guys. Don't think they do anything with powder. They're pretty passive as far as I remember. I don't know if they cannot swim though. Let's just do that. Let's see, can they swim? They seem to be moving around. Yeah, they can swim. Fire. Well, obviously they don't like it that much. They catch on fire about the same, and it will spread. So it's like if they all panic or whatever. I don't know if there's any real AI to them. Seed. You would think they'd do something with seed because they would dig through it. I have been proven wrong. Oh well. I don't think they'd have anything else like ice. I don't see how. Oh, that's fan. I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. I think this is. Oh! Oh! You know, I did remember this at one point. I swear. I just had the core memory unlocked. I completely forgot about that, and that's freaking really cool. And you can, keep. They just build. I don't understand why specifically ants would do this, but yeah, that's some fucking crazy ass shit. And you can drop other stuff, and, that's what I mean. This is when the game really starts to get interesting, which is the weird, insane crap that can go on. And they just keep going and going and going. I think until, the inner limit, however many little individual particles can be out, that's when they'd stop. So yeah, that's really cool. I don't think they'd have any sort of reaction with the balls. They just get bounced on. Yeah. Fireworks probably wouldn't have anything to do. Well, it would help if I actually put the. See, now I got to second guess myself because I don't know what. That's the problem is that you discover something like that and then you want to see if there's some other weird thing that might happen, but usually it's about the same as what you can I just fucking save it so it's thank you. I'm so dumb. C4. Oh, C4. Okay, so it's I think it's any sort of solid thing they will dig through. So you can, you get some real fun happening here. Oh, and they keep building too. There's just some of the shit that can go on is incredible. That is so cool. I'm so glad I fucking started checking this a little bit more thoroughly. How about fan? Not that. I'm curious. I guess not, but they're in an infinite hell now. So C4 magma. Stone, I don't think they would have any sort of. No. Magma! I wonder if they like magma. Probably not, so I'm just going to kill some ants for all eternity. That's always nice. Virus. Virus is interesting. Yeah, it turns them. They become it for a little bit, and then they stop being. Or maybe it's propagating forever. I need to figure this out. That's really interesting. Let's just do a clear one. Let's do. So if I do a virus first and I put some ants on it, what's going to happen? Yeah, they become part of it, of course. But did they go back? Okay. All right. I thought they might like it might be a literal virus there. All right. Torch is what you'd expect. I remember using this one a lot. Can the player have torch? Well, obviously not. Torch is deadly because it is actually setting like it's just a version of fire that doesn't like it doesn't have the effects of like what's the word I'm looking for? Doesn't have the effect. It's like magma, but it doesn't get affected by wind or anything like that. So this is much more convenient if you just want to test. Obviously, I forgot that you could do. Oh, wait, let me reset that real quick. It can take over and get destroyed by water, which again that does make a whole lot of sense. Fire doesn't seem to do anything to it. Yeah, see, it's going to be what you'd expect. Obviously, you get some real fun if you just start being an idiot like this and doing that. That's where the real fun begins. Ice can interact with it in a weird way, obviously, if you just drag it through. Basically, if it's like water, it's going to extinguish it. But yeah, there's just a lot of goofy shit you can do, as you can tell. Clone, can you... Oof. Clone does work, as you can see, with, like, other stuff. Like, if you did C4, then you did clone through it. It does take the properties of it. It's just not going to continuously replenish because it can't, because that's just not how it works. Firework is going to be a lot of fun, I can already tell. Yeah. I mean, I'm just kind of repeating myself. I just want to see how it could go off. Now, I remember C4 being fun because you could just do this. Yeah, I used to do, like, I would spend a lot of time on just being an idiot. This is the kind of thing I would do. I would just try literally everything and see, like, what crazy-ass thing can I get going? Obviously, stone is impervious because you can't just burn stone, but the magma is Magma 2. It's not going to do anything. Virus. Oh, yeah, you can do that with the... It's another thing, like, kind of unique thing I forgot. If you want to do some crazy stuff with that, if you just drop virus on them. They too turn, and then they'll turn back, so you can do, like, kind of more layered stuff like that. Now, Ant. I want to get to Ant real bit quick. Oh, yeah, obviously Nitro is going to have a very, very volatile reaction to that. Ant, I don't think will... They can't do the thing they would do, like the building. Obviously, it just doesn't work. All right, gas. We're kind of running out of time here. I am gonna just take my time with this. I might interject with another game in between, but yeah, gas is what you'd expect. It's not like a solid. It's like it doesn't get affected by gravity. It just floats up. And I think you can kind of get drag, like other stuff kind of drags it down, if I remember, but it's mostly its own thing. Now, obviously, with gas, let me just do that again real quick. Gas can obviously, I think, be set on fire. Yes, and it's quite explosive. I don't think water does anything with it. Yeah, well, gas is mostly its own thing. Like, you can try a bunch of different stuff. It can be affected by wind, obviously, but it's not... I wonder if ice... will do anything. No, ice is it's just contained. You'd think it'd be like one of those things where it could like enter into a different state. But I suppose that wouldn't make too much sense. Oh, I gotta do it again. Or if, like certain liquid. I think you would think certain liquids would be heavier. Yeah, see, this just doesn't really. It is what it is. It's a gas. It's an ignitable gas. Now, what I want to check out is if I did some of it here. Oh yeah, and the player. Gotta show off the. And obviously, yeah, it just goes up. It doesn't really like stay in one spot or anything like that. Obviously, if you do magma, it's gonna get hot real quick. But what I want to see is virus. I mean, individual ones might, and you can see they're acting a little bit weird now, but they can get motion, and like for some reason doing that increases the motion a lot. Ant, I wonder if Ant can play with that. Nah. And obviously torch if you just go right through. Boom. I think we can do one more. Soapy. I actually don't remember at all what Soapy's like. Oh, it's like those bubbles. It's just a different version of that. I mean, I think they're the same thing. We'll test this real quick. Fire. Yeah, they're basically the same thing. I don't know quite what it's like. I almost don't think Soapy was here. Maybe. I'm struggling to remember this one. Well, Soapy by itself. Obviously, if you couldn't tell, Soapy can be a powder, but then if the player does it, it's a bubble. Well, I can't show now because I'm an idiot. If he does it, it's a bubble. I don't know if he really can react with it. It's just like a soap bubble. It's more like a background object in that case. So I'm just more curious. Obviously, Soapy doesn't do well. Well, it doesn't really. It's not really that ignitable. Like it does, but not quite. I don't think you can do anything with like seed. It is a liquid, so I don't think there would be much more to that kind of stuff. It can freeze though. So it's not. It is like water. It can freeze. So yeah, you found at least another. I don't know what the difference would be if there would be any difference between that, but hey, there you go. I just want to quickly. I don't. Oil. I'd be curious to find out. Oh, fuck me. I'd be curious to find out oil if it floats, like how they react. Oh, okay. Well, oil gets defeated, or they defeat each other depending on what's more. That does make sense. It is cleaning up. Oil is dirty. I guess that's the implication. I just would never have thought that. Again, I don't think. Again, I'm trying to not just assume there's always going to be some unique reaction between things, because that is just the thing. Not everything is going to absolutely react in the same way. I'm just trying some different ones here. Obviously, magma. I can't imagine Soapy having a good time here. I mean, it turns into stone. I mean, that's a little bit interesting. I wouldn't have expected that. But hey, there's another thing. Nitro. What about Nitro? No, it just sits on top. And it sits right on top. I don't think it can float down. I think that's the thing about Nitro, is that Nitro is just so much heavier. Oh, I think that's about it. I don't think... I wonder if Ant... Ant's kind of acts like a liquid in some ways, too. It's kind of interesting. Torch. Oh, I guess that makes sense, too. It is kind of a liquid. It would ignite it. Or unignite it. Gas is the same. Yeah, there you go. That's about what you'd expect. All right, we're making some progress. Next up is Thunder, and I remember Thunder. I don't want to spoil. I don't think Thunder is like a powder per se, because I know at least one of these, which I like laser right there, is not a powder. It is an element, if you will, but it's not how you traditionally expect. So, yeah, I might do something different for the next video. Again, I'm praying I could do some Panzer Dragoon, but I'm almost at the point I think I might just have to do something else. It's just not, for some reason, I'm not interested in playing it at the moment. But maybe I'll continue it. I don't know. Anyway, that was, if you can tell, these are a little bit more rambly, and just me kind of fucking around. But that's what I want to do. So hey, can you really get mad at me? Well, you can. So go ahead, I guess.